All right, Geminis, welcome to your February 14th through the 20th reading. I, of course, am Rachel Navy, aka Villagio Strega here. If you have a challenge or situation in your life that you'd like more guidance or clarity on, please feel free to reach out to me. All my information is either below or in the About section of my channel. And bear in mind, guys, this is a general reading and will not resonate for everyone, so keep what does and leave the rest. And I'm doing things a little bit differently. If you're already familiar with my card reading style, I'm doing a 7-card spread for the week that discusses you, your situation, your loved ones, your advice, your challenges, your steps to take, and your potential outcomes. So a little bit more in depth. And then I'm going to wrap it all up in an animal spirit knowledge card bow for you all. So Gemini, here is your reading. You're coming out with you represented by the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups tends to be someone who is focused on what was lost rather than what remains, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Give me just a moment. Is this advice or is this loved ones? Advice card. Okay, very good. And why don't I just wait and get all the cards out for you? We'll get a much bigger picture here, and it'll make sense when it's all together. How about that? So right now I'm working on, thank you, your challenges. How about the next steps? Beautiful. 10 of Cups. One more, please, for the potential outcome. Yes. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. All right, give me a moment just to let the dog out. Again, there you go, girlfriend. Laters. I swear, every reading. In and out, in and out. Okay, let's talk about this, Gemini. Again, 5 of Cups is represented you. You're kind of feeling a loss. While many of you may have a gain at this time, for those of you who are still on the pessimistic side of things, snap out of it. Not all hope is lost. This is a little bit of a sorrow. Perhaps it's mourning a relationship. Perhaps it's something you're emotionally being challenged by at this time. Your situation, though, is you're at some sort of new beginning. You're having some sort of awakening. This is the hero's journey, after all, and it all begins with the Fool. Fool's card energy, yes, indeed. They're never alone. Spirit always has their back. That's what that dog is there to represent. But they're excited. They're on this new experience. They're paving a new pathway for themselves in life. How you relate to your loved ones this week? Well, you've got the Justice card energy. There's some sort of end of a karmic cycle. Justice is perhaps being served in some sense. Do you want to come back in? Yeah, you're confused. Okay, later. Justice is being served in some sort of sense. There could be an element of legal matters coming to closure, perhaps, with a loved one. Or it simply could represent that you recognize that the ride's over, so to say, with some sort of romantic situation, right? The ride's over, the love affair is over, perhaps there was a need for karma involved in it all. And you're like, okay, so while you're focusing on what was lost, you really need to recognize what more is there for life to offer you, because you do have 2 cups remaining in there, and Justice is here. As far as your advice card goes, you've got 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is often somebody who's working so hard, so often, so much, that they never really get a chance to stop and enjoy the fruits of their labors. They take on the burdens of others. They just take on, to the point where they find themselves finding it difficult to carry all this weight, to carry all these burdens. So they need to accept and take the help that often is offered to them, so that way they can enjoy life a little bit more. Your challenges is not to be so overwhelmed. This is lining right up for you, Gemini, with 7 of Cups energy. 7 of Cups, again, is somebody who is overwhelmed by what all their options are, especially those that are matters of the heart. They can look at things and just kind of struggle to make a decision because of this factor, because they're kind of like in awe of it all. It doesn't necessarily mean that these are all negative options or things that they don't want to take. It's just that there perhaps is a sense of overabundance going on, and I definitely get another sense from that as well in their life during this period of time. That can be a little bit overwhelming. The next step to take is, well, celebrate. Celebrate with friends. Again, pause for a moment. Don't focus on what's lost. Let go of some of those burdens and just really stop and smell the roses. Friends and family want to be loving, want to be supportive. Everybody is here. This is a beautiful abundance card to have. This is very emotionally fulfilling. And it's really leading up to what your potential outcome is too, Gemini, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which means luck is spinning in your favor. This is an excellent place to be, especially for this time period. Let justice be served. We know you're at some sort of crossroads or awakening or rebirth situation for many of you, and it's now time to lay down the burdens, have a little help along the way, look at life with a renewed sense of self and pride, and really let those abundance flow in. I'm going to pull an animal spirits knowledge card here. Again, this has been in my family. This deck's been in my family for a number of years now, and this is my first time using it in a very long time. So let's see what the animal spirit messages are for Gemini. Thank you. I've got two. Got that cow again. Interesting. I've got the cow and I've got the dove. Cow, of course, is a symbol of fertility, purity, divinity. It says the cow is among the most ancient and sacred animals. In Egypt, a cow sculpture with a golden sun between its horns was paraded about in a nocturnal passion play depicting the death of the god Osiris, an annual event performed on an all-Egyptian All Souls Day. The cow figure itself represented Isis, the wife of Osiris, who was in search of the body of her dead husband. Isis, the foremost Egyptian goddess, was associated with abundance and fertility. Cow cults existed in Greco-Roman cultures. The beast is still sacred in India, where it is considered a being of purity and fertility. I believe it is considered a sentient being. In Hinduism, the bovine represented the female power in nature, whereby the earth itself conceived a cow as a cow, and all the vegetation and food derives from its milking. This painting recalls the ancient Egyptian representation of Isis. This would be. Dove is the symbol of sexuality, peace, divine inspiration. The dove has long been associated with female sexuality and maternity. Early pagans considered the dove as a symbol of female sex organs and Christian faiths, in which the dove is primarily a symbol of peace and divine inspiration. Likened the dove to sexual reproduction. Although Christ was born of a virgin, he was conceived by the Holy Spirit, which is represented by the dove. In Greek mythology, Aphrodite, the goddess of love, was born from an egg nurtured by a dove. In the painting, the dove is Aphrodite, who is embracing her son Eros, the god of love, and his wife Psyche, who represented growth and integration. My goodness. So, rebirth indeed. Sounds like you are rebirthing on a higher level there, Gemini, because you really have two goddesses here, which, all life springs from. So don't be so overwhelmed. Have that awakening. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy all your blessings. Let justice, let the end of the karmic cycle come when it comes to your loved ones, and embrace this new awakening. Blessed be. I hope that all helps, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below. Take care.